Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 2021 Mentor Tournament Fighter Sword Finals match between smercjd and Daken. I'm here with Vextopher, co-comming with me, and solastsummer tracking for us today.
How you doing today, Beer?
Doing good. Getting excited for this morning match for me. I know it's different times in the world for everyone else. But...
All right, so our runners are on a 10-minute delay in the finals here, so they should be getting live here coming up in the next minute or two. So fighter sword or bracket. The way this mentor tournament worked, we had 6 weeks of Swiss rounds where everybody was playing in group stage. Winners play winners, so on and so forth. It kind of separated everybody into 4 brackets of 16 players apiece, minus some dropouts. But the bottom tier bracket is this fighter sword bracket. These are the 2 finalists in that bracket. We are in an open randomized sword layout 7-7.
So, Vextopher, I know that the Swiss round was sword assured, and then they switched over to open randomized swords. You played in this tournament. Like, how did that switch feel for you?
I think by about week 5, the sword felt like a crutch. I had a lot of fun. I kind of like randomized swords.
Yeah, it's fun. Sometimes you get swords super late. I definitely noticed in the sword assured mode, a lot of times getting your second sword didn't happen until pretty late, but you always had one to fall back on, like you said.
Yeah, I mean, you can get in some pretty interesting situations now compared to, with the sword all the time. I mean, bomb, mini molder, and cave, things like that. If you're not used to it, can be a pain. All right, looks like we're just about to get started here.
Yeah, good luck to both the runners. Let's see how they choose to open here. Yeah, it looks like we have Daken and Smirk both starting what looks like an uncle start. So this is a nice way to start to get some early tree pull information. It's a little bit safer that before going to Kakariko, you might find a flute or a bottle and get some tree pulls and so on. And bombs especially, which looks like Smirk did by killing the blue guard, and Daken was not able to get the drop yet. So let's see if he gets some in the passage here, in the secret passage.
Yeah, looks like that bomb's going to be pretty useful for Smirk here. And he's going to go ahead and kill more bombs or guards, knowing they're in the bomb pack. Smart play.
Yeah, and we find an early book, so that could be interesting. You might be able to get a early ped check here for the runners and see if we know what's going on there.
If you get the book early like that, will you check ped right when you're in Lost Woods, starting right out?
I do a lot of times because then it helps with later game routing, but I know that's a choice that different runners make.
We're getting our first map check. Looks like Pendant Desert, red Crystal Hera, I think I saw, and then Crystal Eastern.
Yeah, I saw a red crystal, but I thought it was Eastern, so it's one of the 2.
I might be backwards.
But yeah, so the way I think about it, if you get the book early and you know that ped's required later, then you don't feel as bad dipping pendant dungeons. Or if you do dip pendant dungeons, it's not required, then if you don't need to kill the boss or something. Like, for example, if pod is a pendant, then helmet doesn't have an item, that's a lot of time invested for something like that.
Yeah, that's agreed. We're getting a lumberjack check from Smirk. I didn't catch it.
I think it was just 3 bombs. So.
All right, so hopefully no Aga.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They're getting a sword right away. Looks like in the mushroom spot. Oh, we are going to get a ped check from Daken.
Cool. So we'll have this information early. That's very nice.
To the super bad with for chat is when Ped dies here in a couple seconds. It was sad the whole time. Yeah, just couch cash.
Just couch cash. So yeah, good info to know if they don't have to kill pendant bosses now, if there's no items. So can potentially save time later by wasting time earlier.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a good play. I like it. Oh, and then taking the, I believe this is probably the shorter way out of the Lost Woods if you're going to go check Ped.
Yeah, I think so.
The dam first.
Yep, puts you right at the well and has the bombs to check all these checks, so that's pretty good.
All right, getting our first look at the dam and the Blind's hut here. Looks like a whole lot of junk in the dam.
Yeah, Blind's hut's not really helpful either so far.
Yeah.
A lot of ammo, rupees.
Yeah, this is it's been pretty underwhelming for a CAC village.
Yeah, I think they'll both have enough money for bottle vendor, but just barely.
Yeah, there's a red 20 in one of the blind huts, so we'll have just barely enough money for bottle vendor, and then that's it. We don't have to worry about buying bombs or anything though, because we've gotten plenty of ammo, as you pointed out. Interesting to see that we had 28 arrows for a moment there.
Yeah, that's pretty weird. That dang forest thief.
Oh yeah, I forgot we got hit by the forest. Bottle vendor just giving us a refund, partial refund.
Yeah, it's just a bad investment. Sometimes you invest too much in meme stocks at the wrong time.
Yeah, don't do that. Or bad cryptocurrency. Don't do that either.
Bad crypto. Exactly. That's where he put all his money in. Link to the past coin, maybe.
All right, chicken hut, more hearts. We've got, and a single rupee. CAC village was completely empty.
Yeah, like literally, actually.
Like absolutely empty. Did you blind check race game if you got literally nothing out of CAC Rico?
Might as well.
You were right. Red Crystal Eastern, not Terra. Our tracker caught that.
Yeah, it was a pretty quick map check from Smerc. It's faster than I usually do it. There's a mushroom. It's not dead.
Mushroom on the library. That's so the only thing we get out of this is a. Yeah, so Smirk's taking the. I didn't get anything, so I'm gonna go ahead and just bomb the. Oh, and another red ruby. Literally nothing in Kakariko except for a mushroom on library that we can't even get.
Yeah, this isn't gonna end up paying off, but
that is.
It happens. You can grab that money anyway. If you do the whole thing, you might as well.
Yeah, I feel like you grab it if you're smart.
Especially like having like no cash.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. I don't think I've ever seen literally nothing in Kakariko. I've seen some pretty like, oh, I get one thing, but like literally nothing.
I mean, this could be the start of a really troll seed.
I mean, I rolled it, so they asked. They asked me who I was rooting for, and I said I root for Chaos.
You root for a good viewership.
Yeah. So Smirk's gonna take the front of escape play while we're getting the South Shore checks from Daken.
Yeah, this is the kind of biggest drawback of doing Uncle Start is now you had to walk that path twice to get up to the castle. So you lose a little bit of time doing that, in the case that if you start from Sanctuary and go straight to CAC and find nothing, then except a sword, then you can go and chain in the Uncle checks with this front of escape bit here.
Oh, I kind of, given that we didn't get anything out of Kakariko, I do kind of like walking over to Agina. I don't hate it.
No, I think this is a fine play with that book as
Oh,
well.
yeah,
So
we've got the book.
if you scout the ledge and there's some there, you can just go grab it. Like $50.
More money. Oh, so we're gonna go just check the desert. That makes sense.
Yeah, based on how we routed, if you walk all the way over here, you got to go into desert and then end on Agina. But the only problem is if there's something in Agina to help you finish desert, and if it's required, then that ends up slowing you down a bit.
But you just get to pray a little bit more.
That's true. That's true.
10 bombs.
Uncle bombs.
Yeah. So let's see. The Zelda cell is in logic because we got the key.
Yeah, that key was in the first key guard room. And just finding a shield. So one item out of desert. Gonna check the torch, but gonna be seeing a key of some kind. And it's the small one. So that had to be a key.
Zelda cell having 10 arrows, so nothing can escape either.
Yeah, finding 2 items already. So everything is either in Dark Cross or in the back of Escape here. I don't remember what was in Sank Chest.
3 bombs.
Okay, so three checks done in this case.
Yep, so 3 items in the back somewhere. I don't think we got the map, so one of them's the map.
Yeah.
So Dark Cross, not a good play right now, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unless you're gonna go all the way to the back, Dark.
Yeah, you could go all the way there, and the big payoff from doing so would be some kind of glove, but.
Let's see what Agina has for us. I would not be surprised to see progression. Oh, a Master Sword.
Oh, well, there you go.
Interesting. Still no progression items, other than the book, I guess.
I mean, if you like Aga, that's progression.
I mean, I guess. The book leading to nothing early, too, which is interesting. Let's see where Smirk goes. If we're going to go over... Yep, so we're going to grab the heart piece. We'll see if he goes down to Mini Moldorm. Yep. So we're going to be kind of in sync with Daken having checked all of the desert area and Smirk having done front of escape. And we're just about even again. In a high five.
And hello to our raiders from Tracefire and Scottish Brave. Welcome to the Mentor Tournament Fighter Sword Bracket Finals race between smercjd and Daken.
Oh, the mirror. There's a mirror. And a glove. And a bottle. So Mini Moldorm was the play.
Yeah, this is interesting, though, because of that Master Sword. If Ether Tablet has something and the mountain, and it wants us to go to the mountain, Smirk missing that sword might end up not being able to grab that item. Whereas Daken now having that sword will be able to actually get it. Smirk will be able to check it, but then we'll know that he has to go find a sword. So it depends on if there's something there, but we'll have to find out.
Yep, we got to find a lamp first, or a flute.
Yeah, I got to put that in logic still, but
yeah. So it's either back of escape or in Ice Rod Cave. That's what we know.
Yeah, still have Saha Eastern, but
and Saha Eastern.
Don't like going there without a bow if you can help it, but we'll see.
Oh man, I hope I rolled them a required double dip into Eastern.
What is that cape starting to tell you?
Oh no. Yeah.
Yeah, and in fact, the glove does also put Zora in logic too, so
that's
that
true.
makes it super awkward if you don't have the cash to go there.
They got the glove, and they can Houlihan if they know the Houlihan, because Smirk's that's 1 rupee shy of being able to have Zora money with 1 Houlihan.
Yeah, I really like this play from Smirk doing back of escape here, but this does lead to a situation where if the map's back here, then that means Dark Cross has an item, and you have the key. The best way to go is now, but without a lamp, it's kind of tedious if you get stuck on that key rat room, which is something that can happen.
Yeah, I'm hoping for the map in there for him. In Dark Cross, I mean.
Green Pendant Pod.
Oh, nope, the map. Dark Cross has a thing. Smirk's gonna think about it, and now he's gonna go get it. Oh, the hammer. Is that a hammer?
It was. So
Alright,
Saha was the play today so far.
All right, I mean, I think you got to go into Eastern now. You still don't have logical mountain access or anything. Although, yeah, this is kind of why I agree with you that the back of escape play is a little better on the Smerk
Oh, he
side.
got it.
Yeah,
nice. I always have trouble in this room. I hate doing this check, actually, without a lamp.
Yeah, so I do like the play, especially if you're going to go ahead and just finish out. This is the last thing he needs in Hyrule Castle, and he'll be able to go to Saheim and then immediately know he needs to do Eastern, where we know this is probably the correct play from Daken, but...
Oh, Smirk getting bullied here.
Oh, a Master Sword!
There you go.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, so Smirk... Yeah, so Eastern before back of escape, it's gonna pay out here, I think, pay off, but because that's all the logical stuff we got left. The Smirk's gonna go up the mountain, I think.
Yeah, this is kind of feels bad because without that hammer, he can only get to Hera basically.
No, agreed.
Oh,
Another sword.
Oh my
We
goodness.
have all 4 swords. Although you know, if the progression's on the way, they might both end up with tempered sword, with Daken never checking escape at all.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that, like, depending on how the progression plays out from here, there, you know, I could see Daken never being drawn back to escape like ever again, which is kind of funny because he didn't get a single item in escape. But
yeah, nothing.
It's pretty rare to see, unless a lot of, you know, if a runner forgets to at least do the back, you know. But we'll have to see how he ends up routing this, if that ends up being a thing.
I mean, we've got to get the Flute of the Lamp in Eastern, right? Or I guess we could get the Moon Pearl.
Or on Zora.
Or on Zora, yeah.
Maybe I'm feeling a Moon Pearl on Zora kind of seed here. But, you know, it might just be, like you said, Flute or Lamp somewhere, and then East Death Mountain has your Moon Pearl, because you can see that starting to play out as well. Yeah, so this is the fighter sword bracket, but there are no more fighter swords. You can see.
Yeah. That is true. Now, Smirk getting having a little rock slide problem. Daken playing with the Eastern Palace Dark Room.
Was that a bottle on Spec Rock?
I think it was, and Blue Mail. Do you think Smirk grabs this?
Yeah, it's not bad to grab. It's, you know, if you could do the bomb jump, even better. But you came all the way up here. It's not a terrible choice.
All right, we got the map and the 50-50 chest of Eastern, so nothing in Eastern either. So Sick Kid or Zora. So our logical next progression item has to be Sick Kid or Zora. Looks like we're gonna get Sick Kid first, unless we go up the mountain.
Oh, where did they find a bottle?
Smirk found one in, I think, the front of Escape, so he did get something, and we got one out of Eastern.
Ah, okay. Interesting.
So that's, I think, kind of our choices, right? It's Sick Kid and Zora.
Yeah, that's not something you chase right away.
No, I mean, they're going to get funneled to it right away. Smirk.
Nice. Meyer Pendant, Swamp Red Crystal. Looks like.
Yep. Yeah, no, it's really good to remember to check your map this way up the mountain first time. It's just...
oh, for sure.
It can inform your initial Dark World dip once you get there. So Smirk, as you said, did find that Master Sword. So, unexpectedly able to check this tablet. Oh, the bottle was in mini mold.
Oh, wow.
Flippers. Oh, man. Okay. You know, hopefully that, you know, if Zora has the progression, that's going to force him up there earlier. Um, I will say that if Zord doesn't have the progression, then hopefully Smirk tries to stay in logic with that. I mean, still, it only opens up a couple of things.
Yeah, finding a early big key in Hera means he can complete the dungeon now. Ooh, did he get bopped?
He got bopped by the. Oh, he's got the fairy.
Oh, nice, 2 fairies. And the first item in Hera is just a heart.
Yeah, but we are able to go up with the big key. All right, so we've got Daken gonna find this blue mail and decide whether or not we want the blue mail. Smirk clearing out Hera.
Yeah, this could end up being interesting where like Sick Kid has flute and then it's just super convenient to turn in, you know?
Yeah,
like
that wouldn't surprise me. I mean, it's either flute or lamp. Yeah, so we're gonna get East Death Mountain from Daken though because of the hammer. Out of logic, but
it's facing the wrong way. Oh, there he goes. Oh, you fell. Bummer.
Making the attempt though.
Yeah, it's always worth an attempt if you have some health to do it.
Slashing all 3 of the Moldorms and getting beamed. Smart taking out Moldorm.
Yeah, nice fight there. No trolls today. Except for the item in the basement.
Except for the item in the basement.
So I guess Smirk pretty much, if he wants to chase those flippers, he could do that. But like you said, without the cash to do Zora, probably should either Houlihan first, or probably makes more sense for him to go to Saha here.
Yeah, I think you go Saha, see if you get rupees, and then probably Houlihan before dipping Eastern even. The Eastern dip looks pretty good though because it's a bunch of logical checks. But Smirk actually hasn't done Eastern or Desert area.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
So it looks like we're gonna go to Desert area first.
Yeah, this is a long walk for. Well, I guess he has 3 checks here, up to 4, depending on the key layout. That he doesn't know he's going to get boots locked pretty quickly.
He might go get the 50 rupees.
That's not a bad play.
Out on.
Yep. Yeah, if you're investing in all this and you know Zora's next, potentially, then
we are going to get our tempered sword. Smirk, that's very. I can imagine Smirk having gold sword before getting Dark World access in this seed, given where the swords were. Because he'll go, I'm assuming Saha next, because he's still going to be short some rupees.
Yeah, pretty much. I think it feels like with the whole Eastern area done, Daken's done more, but. Obviously because he didn't touch escape at all. So if he gets drawn back there, then it becomes kind of time neutral. The major difference being, if we find progression on East Death Mountain here, then that'll take a long time for Smirk to get back to. So having that early hammer was really useful.
Yeah. If I was Smirk, I think I may have, on my way over walking to Desert, I may have actually just hit up the 50 rupee cave for the money. It's only 4 dips, and you'd have Zora money at least.
Yeah, it's 50 rupees, so 3 dips minimum, I suppose. 2.5 plus 1.
Plus 1. Yeah, well, Smirk also didn't scout the ledge, did he?
I think he did just now.
Did he? Oh.
Yeah. So the way that if he finds this, he'll find his shield here, and then can make a choice to go grab it, and
it's either that or save and quit. Yeah. I think you grab it. Smirk has to do the bomb Houlihan if that's what he's going to do.
Right, yeah, finding those flippers.
Now, hopefully he remembers that you have to have a key in the torch. Yep, he does. And we are going to grab the 50 rupees. Yeah,
so this makes sense. If you do the Houlihan play here, then you can if Zora is your next choice, then you'll end up at your house. You can go hop down.
Yep,
pretty
agreed.
easily and go check everything.
Oh. Now he finds progression there. Well, I guess he still needs a hammer.
Yeah, he'll still need a hammer, so I think he'll still end up at Eastern area.
We're gonna go do Sick Kid, looks like. Actually, no, maybe Houlihan? Houlihan. Yep.
Yeah, I think
Just
so.
switching to bombs. Smart. Yeah, I like this play. Yeah, it even puts you exactly where you want to be, as you pointed out.
Yeah, pop out at your house. It's nice. And we see nothing on the floating island. Doing some spiral cave shenanigans here with no boots. Always feels bad, but sometimes the boots are in spiral cave.
Did we just skip the 5 ruby? Yeah, we did. That's fine.
It's fine.
Let's start in our east depth. Oh, the flute is on the island, so we're gonna find the lamp somewhere here on Sick Kid or Zora.
Yeah, or the moon pearl, and then the lamp's just.
Or the moon pearl.
Oh wait, no, that can't be possible because the flippers are locked by the lamp.
Yeah, flippers are locked by lamp.
Oh, Sick Kid or Zora. Okay, I see what you said. Yep.
Yeah, Sick Kid or Zora is gonna have lamp.
Or bow.
Oh gosh, getting 300 rupees.
Oh, that feels bad.
All right, looks like the upper part of Mini Moldorm, or of Paradox. I call it the upper part of Paradox because
the spoiler log calls it.
Because the spoiler log calls it the upper part. All right. The flute knowledge. I don't know if Daken checked the. I don't remember if we checked when we went over.
I don't think so.
No progression in East Death Mountain.
Well, Ice Rod, I guess.
Well, yeah, I guess I meant opening Dark World. So this is gonna be
interesting. Moon Pearl, Waterfall Cave.
Oh, yeah. So that's good. Although it's gonna keep Smirk from getting the hammer for a while. Well, no, he still has to go over there and get the hammer to get to Dark World.
Oh, look, more money.
Yeah. See, there's. I bet we see a lamp on Zora, actually. Back of escape from Daken. We should know. Ooh.
He doesn't have the key.
Oh, he doesn't have the key because from escape. Oh no. That's what we're gonna go get, though, I think. Oh, the boots on Zora. Oh man.
That's great. Nice seed.
It's excellent. Oh, he's gonna go check Bonk Rocks and then okay. Smirk doesn't have the lamp. Oh, we're gonna check Bonk Rocks, get Sick Kid, get the lamp, and then he's gonna go check. He's gonna do Aga.
Yeah, the mushroom could be.
Or the mushroom. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's annoying.
Oh yeah, hopefully it.
I don't know. This is. Man, you have to check Saha before you go get. Before you do Aga. It's just so. It's a quick 3-item check. I mean, it's not like you can even do much in hammerless, but you have hammerless pod.
Yeah, he doesn't really have the. A lot of times, if it's an Aga seed, you'll get like a hook shot or something to get you to West Dark World. So even if you do Aga, since he doesn't have the hammer or anything, all he gets out of it is pod and catfish.
Yeah, I have to think this lamp, maybe. Oh no, it's on the mushroom.
Oh wow. Well, this routing worked out okay then. Getting the doing all this stuff first, but.
Oh, and desert. It could be desert because of the boots.
Oh, it could be desert. Yeah.
Oh, the seed's terrible.
That's a good start so far.
Oh no.
So probably mushroom here.
Having done Zora though, I'm sure Daken will do the same, but at some point to get those boots. But Smirk's gonna be able to go check desert pretty quickly, and we are going to Saha. So we're gonna get a hammer and have Dark World access and be super happy and know good and well that the lamp is on the mushroom or in desert.
Yeah, the other thing too that, you know, this is something that happened in an earlier tournament race for this tournament that, you know, Smirk jumping down to check that Hylia Island was really good for him here because knowing the flute's there now, when he gets Dark World access, it's not a crazy play to go kind of just route in hype cave and go straight there.
I think
then you can just go activate your flute and you have a flute and a mirror and you can just get around the world super fast.
I think that's what he's going to do right now. I think that's perfect. Just having the flute in a place like that where, you know, all you're going to be able to do pretty much is just grab it and go.
Yeah.
Like, and then save and quit. It's just such a... Just do it first. You can flute anywhere.
So yeah, we're still not in logic though, because the flippers... The flippers requires those flippers, so it's curious where we'll find that logic.
Yeah. I don't know if Smirk will chase it or not. I doubt chases any logic right now to find a lamp because he knows it's got to be lamp, knowing that the flute was on the island.
Yep.
Hype cave, completely not hype.
Yeah, I think in this seed it's called Red Things Cave.
Yeah, but, I mean, I think this seed in general is called go to places that have a single check because all the density has been nothing. Our Daken gonna get the flute check here. Oh,
Smirk going left here. Maybe already forgot about that flute.
I doubt that. This doesn't really hurt him though because.
Well, because now he's gonna go do all of Thieves Town, Village of Outcast, all that stuff.
Like,
without the flute.
Unless he saves and quits at dig game, and then goes and gets the flute.
Yeah, that wouldn't. I mean, he might do that. That's not very good for routing in the case where you have a mirror, and if you go left out of Hype Cave, then you know what you usually see is runners would go mirror and then go open the portal in North CAC and do stuff there, but. Nice 1.5 hearts here. Ooh, powder.
Powder.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm with you though. I think you would immediately go and get the flute as soon as you get the pearl. We're about to get the pearl on Daken's side. We'll see what they decide to do. Hopefully go to Zora anyways. Surely.
Yeah, it has the cash for it, and now it has more than the cash for it. The seed really wanted you to do Zora. It gave you all the rupee drops on water checks.
Alright, yeah, so we are going to save and quit out of dig game. Hopefully we'll go get the flute.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I guess that, this doesn't really lose you that much time doing it this way, because you have to run to the portal twice anyways, and you're going to be able to flute as soon as... No, you could just activate it as soon as you mirror. Yeah, you're right. It just saves you a little bit of time.
Yeah, I would say probably a decent route for this is Hype Cave, grab the flute, and then save and quit to Sank and go activate it, and then start your Dark World route from Village of Outcast. But
yeah,
there's different probably opinions or ways to do this that all come out pretty close.
I don't know. I think I would probably grab the flute, save and quit, start Hype Cave, and go south, mirror over by the library, and then run up and activate the flute. Because then you get a couple extra checks in on the way, and you're just isolating shovel.
Yeah, so I'm trying to think about it now. I guess Mushroom probably has the lamp or something.
Or desert.
Not much else. Or desert. Yeah, ooh, desert. Ew. Go get your fire source out of the desert? Yeah, I don't know. Sounds gross.
It is pretty gross. I mean, that's all that there's one item, possibly one item in desert that they can get, and
mushroom.
the mushroom. And that's the only two things in logic right now. Unless they lead to something else. But actually they can't. No, there's nothing else.
Yeah, where is... Oh, powder. Yeah.
We're gonna go park powder.
Let's see. Powder, yeah, powder was on Stumpy, so it's interesting.
Yeah, this isn't terrible, I guess, while you're here. If it's got something, you're in good shape, but I might have waited to route that in later.
Yeah, with the mirror, especially.
And the flute.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I was thinking, like, you activate the flute, and if you go to Village of Outcast, then you can clear Village of Outcast.
I mean, if I were Smirk right now, I would immediately go flute to the releasing the fairies. He's no captivity for fairies. I would immediately turn in the mushroom, is what I was trying to say.
Yeah, with the flute.
I think he was he just quick swapped one too many and then released both of his fairies.
Oh,
Ether
okay.
tablet. Okay, well, it looks like fire source and desert. Sounds good.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully, you know, if he's been following the logic enough, he'll kind of realize that desert has his mountain access or something leading to it.
Yeah. All right. Well, I will give.
Well, I guess Eastern too. He never dipped Eastern, so
he doesn't know that he's not in Eastern.
Yeah.
So we started. Did Daken grab the flute? Daken didn't grab the flute either.
He did not.
And he even came over to the portal on North Dark World.
Yeah, I think he's starting his full route from there, and I guess maybe plans to grab the flute on the way to Pod or something.
On the way back. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Or that area. So. Not sure what Smirk's choosing. I guess he got that hammer, so he wants to do.
He's gonna go do East Death Mountain, but this is still out of logic. You're gonna have to go get. So hopefully our runners can figure out that that all the mentorship helped out, and they can figure out that their lamp is over on desert, because there's an item left in Hera basement too, right? And they don't have a fire source to get it even if they wanted it.
Right. Yep. That's a very good point. Yeah. And the other thing, a lot of times you want to wait for if you have enough open in the Dark World, it's like you don't normally want to come back to the mountain. You want to come to the mountain as little as you can, typically.
Yep. Agreed.
Getting there usually takes a minute. About every time you climb, it's like a minute. So you want to wait until you have the mitts if you can, or everything to complete TR, or maybe you're in go mode at that point.
Yeah, they're kind of in a good spot, really. Logically speaking, knowing that the lamp's got to be on a couple of different checks, and so all of this stuff, you can kind of catch some really easy stuff and be like, well, I know where my lamp is, but we'll see if they remember.
Yeah, so it looks like Daken doing the checking Bumper Ledge, then doing these North Dark World checks here. Don't know if he continues to catfish and then ends up at Hylia. I'm not sure where exactly he's going to end up going here. Ooh, finds a bee. Bee's going to help him out in this cave.
I like it. I think, the sea could be really trolly and give them, and it could give them shovel in desert or something stupid like that. Just one more fetch class.
Yeah, let's see what Smirk decides to do on his route. Looks like North Dark World coming up empty here. Daken's going, looks like, back to Village of Outcast. So, gonna basically isolate Catfish for another day.
Oh, Smirk may have just realized where this... No, I don't know. Oh, he's just realizing that we can flute over here now.
Hey, that works. Why walk when you can fly?
Yeah, we're gonna get Village of Outcast checks from both runners just simultaneously here.
Yeah, the other thing that I think ended up happening we saw was Smirk did not do Spike Cave on another trip up Death Mountain, so that is definitely in logic right now. Well,
no, it's
nothing's
not.
in logic without the lamp, so but you know.
Yeah. Well,
assuming we have the lamp somewhere.
I don't think does Spike Cave become logical with boots and cape even without half magic?
No, it's cape plus bottle.
Oh, there's a bow in the front of Thieves Town though.
Oh, nice bow.
Oh, cape plus bottle does it. All right.
Yeah, it's cape plus half magic or cape plus bottle or Burna.
Interesting here. That bow. It's good news.
Yeah, the bow's going to work out well with the routing direction that Smirk's currently doing. He'll be able to find all that stuff, and then once he finishes up, he can. I guess he would end up doing North Dark World. He already did all of South Dark World loops. So.
Yeah, we already did South, so I think that's right.
You know what else is open right now?
What?
Left side swamp.
Oh gosh.
Got to go get your hook shot, man.
That's right. No shovel memes in desert because it's in the front of Thieves. So lamp is for sure in desert. There's literally nothing else it can be.
Yeah.
There's like actually nothing.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I think you're right.
There's no more fetch quests. We've done them all. Can't be on Pyramid because you don't have the lamp to get to Aga.
But if you get the lamp, you can go do Aga. Yeah.
Or not.
Or not. Yeah, there's nothing on Lumberjack, so.
I lied, it could be Mitts.
No, because Mitts doesn't lock anything.
No, yeah, because with what they've got, Mitts would let them go to Checkerboard Cave. Oh no, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. No. Because the flute was on the island, so it has to be lamp. It literally has to be lamp.
Yeah, I think. Yep.
Yeah, we're doing the North Dark World checks here. Eventually, one of our runners is going to have to take a trip to Pinda Desert, I would think. Having not found a fire source in any of these dungeons, unless Fire Rod's in pod or something like that.
Fire Rod and pod.
I mean, it could also be nice. It could also be on Armos, or in the Big Chest of Eastern.
Harrow Basement.
Or Harrow Basement. Oh gosh. Yeah, looks like getting a pretty efficient clear of Thieves Town here. Still no small keys, so maybe the small key's locked up. We don't have to go over there. Looks like it.
I was trying to think of a mullet joke for Thieves Town here, but it's just not panning out. You know, business up front, party in the back, but I guess there was nothing in the back, so.
I mean, blind's our last hope.
Reverse mullet. Party up front, business in the back. Get your bow and then take care of the boss.
Yeah.
Okay, so Smirk, yeah. Well, I guess they both pretty hard isolated the catfish check here.
Yeah.
There's not much left unless, well, hookshot's there, that's bad, but if you could kind of try and, if you end up in a situation where you need to Pyramid Ferry and do that with the Pyramid and then run up there afterwards, but.
Yeah, we have seen some unfortunate situations in the Mentor tournament so far with hookshot on catfish.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking, like, yeah, when does that ever happen, though, right?
That was, man, yeah, it's hopefully they remember that they can go. I know Smirk's been playing a lot of entrants. He's been playing a lot of retrants lately, so maybe Smirk will realize that, oh, I haven't done those 2 checks in desert, because that's something that happens all the time. Is you don't have a small key, but you dipped desert already. And they're like, oh, now I can clear it, so I can go get the torch item and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't, they don't overthink the logic here and say, well, why would I go back to desert? It's a pendant and I don't have a fire source, so I can't even clear it, but not realizing that that might be their only fire source until...
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's starting to look that
well,
way.
Actually, no, a lamp can't hard lock anything. Oh, yeah, it can. It can lock Harrah Basement, so interesting.
Yeah. I guess you're right, it can't hard lock anything but Harrah Basement. And the back of desert, technically. You know what's gonna happen is they're gonna get... I guess the back of desert can't really be anything because they've already gotten an item and it has to be lamp, so...
Well, this goes back to the earlier play that, they both found the book super early, and Daken checked Ped and Smirk did not. So, if he finds his lamp just sitting in desert, which we know he will, he has to make a choice on, do I go kill Landmo to protect against the Ped play? And Daken knows that there's no reason to do that. So,
yeah, I mean,
it's one of those things. Waste 30 seconds early to save a minute later.
Well, especially with Meyer as a pendant. Meyer being a pendant, you might not actually be ever going back there. And so it might be even further in your head that you're like, oh crap.
Yeah, and there is some discussion about the way the Dark World routing happened here for Smirk is that because he did the South Loop on his first trip to Dark World, there's nothing left for him to run down there to, especially with the flute and the mirror. Getting to Swamp Palace, if that becomes a play, you could just flute there to do it from the 4 portal. But if he had taken the entrance into Village of Outcasts, but then done Thievestown Village of Outcasts first, and then gone north, he would have had a really nice route to Catfish that led him down towards Pod afterwards. Pod EP.
Yep.
But then again, flute, mirror, all that.
I mean, yeah, I was going to say fluting over to Pod is probably faster than anything else you can do, basically. You're gonna flute over to 5 no matter what. I mean, he's got his bow. That may actually be his next play. If he doesn't try to go get the fire source and wants to do Pod Dark.
Oh, interesting. Daken doing Hype Cave, it looks like, and we can check Bombo's tablet here too.
That's a good point.
But it's kind of awkward now from going from Hype Cave there, but because he has that bow.
Yeah, I think I probably would have checked Bombo's tablet before going over to Hype. I think.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too. If you know how the logic is playing out with your fire source in this case, if you caught it by the fact that you sequence broke Death Mountain to find all your progression, that go into Bombos and then grabbing your lamp out of desert's a reasonable play. It's heading southwards. Actually, I have no idea where he's going.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Oh, flute. He never got the flute.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Well, okay, that makes sense.
This is why we did this route, is because we can end at flute. So I don't hate it.
Yeah.
Vortex pointing out that we could have done Hype and then Bombos and then got the flute. Or got the lamp. Because you're close after Bombos just drop down. Smirk playing dodge the heads very far off the blind script. Doesn't matter.
A little bit out of sorts here. So, okay, swims up to the other side, which you have to do if you jump down into Dark Hylia, and then looks like checking the pyramid and
maybe gonna go to Catfish. Probably Pod.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Pod or Catfish here? I mean, probably Pod. You probably should do Pod, but then you really isolate Catfish forever.
Yeah, I don't know. I almost, with the flute, because we just picked up the flute, I almost think you go or not neither. Neither thing.
You're right.
I would have checked Catfish and then save and quit, activated the flute, and fluted to 5. Right. If you were gonna check Catfish at all, but I mean, you either
100%.
walk over to Pod or you go check Catfish and then activate the flute. Right. You don't. I think this is probably the least of the options that you can make. Right. Because now you isolated Catfish and you're wasting the time activating the flute when you could have just walked over to Pod.
Yep. Agree 100%. And Smirk chasing down that shovel for 3 more bombs, which,
Oh, okay, we're gonna go to Dark Pod and Eastern on Smirk's side. I don't hate it. I mean, you know, the lamp's over there, so whatever. We're just gonna play a Dark Seed. I like it. Fighter Sword Finals.
Fighter Sword Finals, no lamp, unless you need it, which you probably will. I feel like the seed wanted you to have the lamp before Death Mountain, and then they hit an item in Hera, you know? Wait, where's Smirk going here?
Are we gonna go? Are we running over to check the pyramid? I think we are.
Oh, I don't know.
Are we doing Catfish?
Catfish Pyramid?
Yes. Maybe? Yes. I mean, okay. Or are we gonna walk back to Pod?
Let's see.
Looks like we hesitated, thought about it. Going up to Catfish. All right.
Yep, it's like Catfish.
Daken's gonna go into Pod and Eastern.
Well, at least you know they have a decent amount of health. Ether helps with Dark Turtle Room if you end up having to kill Pod Boss.
Yeah, I don't see how you don't just kill Pod Boss.
He almost ran right by it too.
Oh no. I don't see how you don't kill Pod Boss.
Well, I mean,
unless you get a bunch of progression right out of the front.
Yeah, if there's no item, of course.
It's Green Pendant, and you're gonna mirror to do Eastern, right? And so you might as well grab it, and then after Eastern, walk over to Hasa.
Oh, he mirrored with Kiki before allowing him to open Pod, so lost $10.
Lost
Feels
$10.
worse.
I don't think I've seen that text before.
Yeah,
I've never actually seen that text before.
It happens with mirror. It might happen when you walk off screen transition. I forget. Like if you take him out of the area.
Yeah.
Or try to.
Interesting. Vortex mentioning that Green Pendant Helda can never burn you for not clearing it. It's not possible.
Nope, never happens. Except when it does.
Yeah, so definitely do Eastern here first, especially on Smirk's side. Smirk has all of Eastern to clear, so Smirk's gonna get Butter Sword.
Yeah, that's right, huh? There's this lag. These little arrows decide to go half speed. Oh, did he ether the room? Maybe? I don't know.
I'm not sure. Alright, looks like we are... Oh, we found him.
I got him. That was weird, though. Could just slash him.
Uh-oh. This room can get out of control fast, because... Oh, we got him. We're good.
Easy game.
Yeah, when you get off in a dark room, like, you gotta fight the urge to panic.
Yeah, this is going to end up saving a little bit of time here for Smirk because Daken already did Eastern once, so this is a double dip for him.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it feels good to not have to double dip Eastern on Smirk's side for sure.
Almost getting the script missing like 2 arrow shots, I think. That's okay, just clean it up here.
Yep. It's like Eastern's
$50.
Got nothing, so Pendant Pod. Almost certainly gonna have something. Actually, definitely gonna have something.
I'm still calling Swamp Palace has like myths that leads
Oh
to
gosh,
something really trashy.
I mean, it's possible. That's right. Swamp. I mean, our only two stuff we have left is Swamp and Pod, right? Oh, we're fluting away.
Huh.
Interesting. Oh, he's gonna go get his lamp. So Daken,
nice.
I think, is aware that his lamp is in desert.
Yeah,
I mean,
this would be a crazy play.
This looks very deliberate. He left his portal there and everything.
If you don't know you're getting a fire source here, this would be an absolutely wild play.
Yeah, no, good on them for knowing. I think that's heads up.
Yeah, probably wasn't very happy with his dark room, so it's like, you know what, I'm gonna just go grab the lamp, so it doesn't happen anymore.
I mean, that's a good point. I can't really blame. You might even need the lamp anyways. I mean, it's gonna speed up your dark maze and speed up your pod significantly.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay. All right. Yep. So Smirk making it to the first dark room of Eastern, probably the easiest by far.
Sure. That's like my least favorite dark room.
That one? Oh, I meant, you know what? I saw anti-fairies. Wasn't paying attention.
Oh, that one. That one's fine.
Yeah. I meant the box. We did that a while ago. I was wondering how it took him so long. I just wasn't paying attention. All right. Looks like the lamp is in the big chest.
Oh, that's always fun.
Oh, that's disgusting. Why we really gotta walk all the way over here after going to get the small key? And it's the lamp. Unsurprising.
Yep.
Yep. And we know that the pedestal is dead on Daken's side, so not getting that.
All right, where does he go from here?
I think you go back to 5. You got your portal. Don't even go in there. Don't go in there. Oh, you got your portal set. No. Oh.
Well, simultaneous pod dips here.
Kinda. Daken had the portal set up right in front of Eastern, right? And so I think it's easier to get there from Eastern.
Yeah, I think so.
There are a lot of stairs, but they're still just stairs. There's no maze, and I don't know.
Oh, hey, look, a bow-locked pod.
It is a bow-locked pod. Yeah.
I'm curious
pointing out.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I said Vortex pointing out that our logical checks total are Spike Cave, Hera Basement, Pod, Eastern, and Swamp. And we finished Eastern, so.
Yeah, if Fire Rod's hanging out in one of the dark rooms in Pod, then I think that's really good for Smirk here. But it's really dangerous if he doesn't find his way back to that desert sooner than later.
Yeah. I mean, Hera Basement's kind of a dead spot for him if we don't remember that Lamp is over in Eastern, or in Desert. But if we can do our dark rooms well enough, then we're in okay shape.
Yeah. Nice tech there from Daken, knowing that when you're holding your sword out, you push the statues a little faster. And it's only really useful in that one room, because if you do it in other rooms, then you have to spin, but you can bounce off of Mini Moldorm to spin towards the door. So
interesting.
Not grabbing arrows. I think our runner Daken here hates arrows. He only has 3 left.
Oh, okay, Samaria.
Okay.
I mean, that's probably not enough. I think you keep going. That's definitely not enough. You need one more item out of here. Let's see. All right. Smirk not gonna bomb the door on the bridge. Realizing he didn't bomb the door on the bridge, thought about going back to bomb the door on the bridge and saying never mind. All right, Smirk. Oh, hook shot in the dark room. Man, you know, that was a pretty clean dark U. That's an easy one.
Yeah, hopefully he has his maps ready for Dark Maze here.
I think you can leave Helma here. I wouldn't hate it to leave Helma here. All right, yeah, he just pulled the map up. That was a pause to pull your map up.
Yeah, with how much is open. He might be doing it, you know, like you said, he's been playing in. Oh, he's just blowing that up. Never mind. I was gonna say because it is easier to navigate it from the back, but
it really is.
Oh, that was weird. He threw the pot over the mini Helma there.
Oh, we are gonna ether the Ndongos though. I also don't hate that. I saw that somebody, I don't remember who I was watching, but I was watching somebody and they did the ether. They ethered the guards in Dark Aga, and I was like, man, that's so brilliant.
And they don't troll you.
Yeah. All right, this is a pretty clean Dark Maze from Smirk.
Yeah, getting through it pretty easily there.
Yeah, very easily.
Yeah, like you said, it looks like, you know, Swamp's open to him now. So
yeah, it Swamp's the mapping compass. Yeah, I think smart. I think you go Swamp and don't kill Green Pendant Helma. There's a ton of items in Swamp.
Yeah, and then, you know, he's looking for, well, Fire Rod, Mitts.
Yeah, and really all we have, Fire Rod, Mitts, I think, and possibly a medallion for Turtle Rock. Daken gonna kill Helma.
Ooh, this could be an interesting play here. Let's see how this pans out. And Bombo's Tablet. That's a new check. Yes.
And hopefully he's changed this in with his lamp. Just in case. It would really suck to have to come down here. If that's your only fire source.
Yeah, I think if you're avoiding screen transitions and whatnot, then you want to... Oh, hello, Mitts.
Oh, the Mitts on Bombo's Tablet. That's... Okay, now maybe you can say, screw you, lamp.
Well, at least you can get to desert faster now.
True.
But yeah, I was just thinking about how if let's see, TR is a crystal. Okay, that, you know, if you're doing this, save some screen transitions by doing Swamp and then Bombos and then desert. But I guess you could check TR now and then know if you're in Fire Rod Go mode.
Yeah, no, I think
depending on where the Fire Rod ends up.
Yeah, I think you... Man, it actually might not have been crazy to go up the mountain before Swamp even, right? Because you might actually find Fire Rod up there and know you can get into TR and be able to go mode all Swamp.
Yeah, I think the alternative is if you do find Fire Rod here, you can clear all the crystals before going and hope that you have access to TR, but
that's true.
It ends up that way sometimes. I don't know. I think different runners have different preferences for that kind of thing.
I would have gone up the Swamp. I'm not saying I would have gone up the mountain, but I wouldn't hate it if someone did.
Yeah. All right. So we're about to see if 2 items on Helma here are going to pay off.
Yeah, they're... Yeah, I kind of being thorough. I kind of like this. Oh, did we spin speed?
Ooh, nice. No.
No. I thought we were spin speed. I couldn't tell the hitbox is extended or not.
That book paying off heavy. This seed.
Oh, Bombos. That might be our ice access. Ooh.
Yeah, Fire Rod could be an ice. That never happens. Lamp locks Bombos, locks Fire Rod. That never happens.
Yeah, but hopefully we check Bombos. We might check Bombos tablet first here before Swamp. At least you should, I think. We'll see what Daken decides to do. This has been a pretty interesting seed, really.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, it kept presenting them with choices on what they wanted to do first, over and over. Oh, Silver Era makes
Silver's neat.
We're skipping left side. Smirk's like, nope, not having it.
Yeah, I mean,
probably should have grabbed those arrows.
For a lot of stuff, but yeah, needs arrows. You just opened up a ton of the game, so
agreed. See if Daken goes and
Fireless Mire.
I was say, let's go see if Daken checks. Daken goes and checks Bombo's tablet first.
I wasn't really paying that much attention in Swamp. I don't know how many items we found. I think we found 4 already. 4 or 5, I'm not sure.
I think you're right. I mean, we got the big key, so...
Yeah, so it could be map compass on left side here. That never happens.
It does. Every once in a while. Compass was in the back. So there's at least one item.
Okay. Gotcha.
If you had Bombos off of Pendant Helmasaur, and you checked Bombo's tablet, and you got your mitts, would you go to Ice before you do Swamp? With the cane?
With the cane? Maybe. Yeah.
Smirk, you need those arrows, buddy.
Because if you do find out you can go mode Swamp, then...
I mean, Ice is just so much faster.
The only thing is it's just closer. You already have a portal set up for Swamp and stuff. It's just a pain.
Yeah. All right, so Smirk gonna go back in for the... I'm not sure if it's 1 or 2 items on the left side.
Well, it's at least 1, right?
1 at least.
Right, yeah.
we're gonna skip 2 items on Helmasaur, but go grab the 1 item on left side Swamp.
Yeah, so interesting to see. I'm curious where Smirk would go next after this. Like, I feel like Mire Area is probably the faster play to check a few things. You get like Mire Shed, Checkboard Cave, and hopefully goes in for his lamp and desert. I feel like he would, though. I'm thinking about, like, if you're in that area, you gotta go get the last item out of desert, or try to anyway. But the only thing that could be stopping him is if worried about a fire source, which we know is in there. So
yeah. Ooh, do you dip into Mire though for 2 items? Probably. You can. I don't think so. Not with the mountain.
No.
It's fast enough to get back to you. I don't think you go.
That ether was in a weird spot. There is another alternative that Bombos could be the medallion required for TR.
Yeah, I know that too. I would think that when we start dipping pendants, that Helma is the first pendant you go dip if you're Smirk, though. It's 2 items. It's quick. No, it's not quick, but it's not super slow.
Sorry, which one?
I said when you decide to go start dipping pendants on Smirk's side, you probably do go and dip, or go kill Helmasaur for green pendant first. Because you got that or Mire, and you've already got everything out of desert, so...
Yeah, the problem is that whole area is dead right now to him, in terms of, like, I've been there, I'm done with it. I'm going to do other stuff until I can't anymore,
Yeah.
Looks like Pyramid Fairy.
Can we? We can. So yeah, that's a good play too. Actually, didn't think about it, but that makes sense.
Yeah, I realized too. I hadn't thought about this earlier, but Smirk still had Eastern earlier, so he didn't know that Lamp had to be in Desert up until finishing Eastern. So before the pot EP stuff, it did make sense for him to do all that before grabbing his Lamp. But if he's following, it's hard to follow this deep in a seed though. If you miss something at like the 10-minute mark, but hopefully he can think back and remember like, oh wait, I need my Lamp somewhere.
Yeah, I think that Eastern dip on Daken side did get him that Lamp for sure. I think because you're right, Smirk had no idea. He's like, well, there's 3 items, possibly 3 items that are available to me in Eastern, one of which likely the Lamp.
Red Mail and the world may never know. Red Ruby. All right, we have the mitts. Where to next?
Mire area. I think you go check the shed and checkerboard. Yep. And hopefully get your second item out of Desert, and hopefully it's Lamp.
All right, let's see. Checking Quake for Mire.
So neither runner has that. That's actually good to see.
That's fine. It'll just be here in Mire Shed and make your decisions harder.
Would be gross. Half magic. All right. We take those.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Does he go into Desert? Does it Smirk go into Desert? Oh,
he might take checkerboard first. Hopefully he goes into Desert.
Yeah. Yeah. So not losing any time here versus Daken, who is also doing left side swamp after killing Argus. So
almost screwed this portal up. We're going to Desert.
That's good. That's very good news to see.
I mean, at this point, you don't really need the Lamp.
Unless it blocks Fire Rod somehow.
Oh, well, I mean, unless it's in Hera Basement, right?
Yeah. Or Mire cutscene.
Or Mire cutscene, yeah. Well,
the best spot.
Any of the Firelock chests in Mire.
Or I guess, yeah, right.
There's 2. That's funny. Yeah, Fire Rod and Ice is what I'm getting vibes. We're gonna go get our mitts and probably go immediately to Ice on Daken's side.
Yeah, it would make sense.
Well, or you go check Mire Shed, checkerboard, and then go to Ice. But I think you just go to Ice.
No, yeah, this is a situation, especially you're getting like, when you're getting around this time in a seed, like you want to be doing crystals first.
Yep. You just go to Ice.
Hey, Smirk got his Lamp. Hooray.
And that is a flute to 8. Ice Palace it is. Now, so this makes sense from Smirk going up the mountain at this point because we don't...
Yeah, he just cleared everything else except for Helma. I think this is...
It's his last stuff, yeah.
Yep. This is the only thing he has left available, so...
Yeah, so hopefully he finds the Fire Rod and TR isn't... Hopefully he finds Fire Rod and TR isn't Bombos.
Yeah, that's kind of what...
Because this game could be over.
Yeah, if you're fans of Smirk, you want to see that happen for sure. But yeah, it looks like Daken's on a really good path here so far. This routing ending up working out for him, and having killed Helmasaur versus leaving And to be fair, Smirk didn't have the lamp, even though knowing like that it had to be somewhere to put the whole Dark World in access.
Yeah. Now it is kind of funny that I do find it a little bit funny that the person with the pendant knowledge of them not being needed for PED is the person that cleared the pendant doesn't. Yeah, I think.
So nothing in Super Bunny, it looks like.
We're
and
gonna
about
find
to find
out real fast whether or not Smirk's in trouble. Oh my gosh! Nice. Lucky Smirk.
Yeah, now we just gotta hope for not Fire Rod and.
I mean, I was gonna say if he finds Fire Rod here in Hookshot Cave, then Smirk might be ahead.
Then he's in go mode, yeah.
Daken attempting the icebreaker. Or the first check at TR.
Yeah, Smirk could also.
Oh no!
Oh, wow.
Oh no! So lucky. So bailed.
Yeah, so that's go mode from Smirk.
Yeah, bailed out.
Yeah, if he recognizes it, he shouldn't be up here anymore. Go finish everything down below and then come to TR last.
Yeah.
You have to climb up here a second time anyway to get to GT, so it makes sense to just do it at the very end.
Doesn't save you too much time though. Like a couple of transitions, I guess. I don't know, how much time does it actually save to do TR last rather than finishing it and then having to come back up for the portal?
Yeah, I mean, he has full decked out everything, so I don't know. I don't know how much of time it saves. It's just definitely an easier play to just do it last.
Oh, Vortex saying it saves about 15 seconds or so. I believe him.
Yeah.
Seems about right.
I guess it's a couple mirror transitions, probably, right?
Yep. Yeah. No downside to doing it last, but no upside to doing it first. So.
Yeah. So at the end of the day here, if Daken goes straight to Dark Death Mountain after this to check on the TR stuff, skipping out on the Mire area, it still could end up being really close, actually.
Agreed.
Because he'll be done with ice here in about a minute and a half or so, and then just needs to get up to Dark Death Mountain to find his Fire Rod.
Yeah, that has to be the next play. You've got nothing left. Unless you decide that... Unless you're a crazy person and decide to go do Smith Chain.
Yeah, Smith Chain.
Someone put Jeremiah in jail for a reason. Leave him there.
He was banished to the Dark Realm.
Locked by rocks with no mitts to pick him up.
Rock locked. That's funny too, because now that lamp wouldn't even need it at all, technically.
Yeah. So we say that Smirk got bailed out now. Vortex pointing out that the biggest bailout was when he checked Dark Cross and got a sword to get flippers off of Ether Tablet on his first trip.
Yeah, that's huge, actually. That's a good point.
You even commented on it when it happened. Like before they got the sword, you were like, "Oh, it could be really bad if Ether Tablet has something."
Yeah, and the other thing too, Moon Pearl being in Waterfall Ferry, you're not breaking that without setting up a water walk, and boots were on Zora, so that's just a huge waste of time if you don't have flippers the first time through.
Oh man!
Oh, get the key, Smirk. All right, cool.
What are we doing?
Oh, I don't know if he found the big key or not yet.
Oh, did he not?
Dropping into Cold Stare and
no, you're right.
Spin.
Okay.
Get him in the corner, slash a bunch. Doing a pretty good job here. Not taking too much damage or anything, so nice fight here from Daken.
Yeah, it's fine. Got another crystal. And a cane of Burna.
And a cane of Burna. Spike Cave's doubly in Logic now. That's not a thing, by the way.
Hey, so is Aga. Smirk, what are we doing? Oh, you gotta go get the key. This is weird.
Yeah, it looks like because of grabbing the big key, it has to go to the big chest. You don't have to, but you pretty much have to.
Yeah, it's not worth the trip back if you mess it up. At least he's not gonna check Mimic Cave.
Yeah, definitely knows he's in go mode here. And now he's at 16 hearts, so not too bad.
Yeah, he's a lot more hearts than Daken. I don't actually know how that happened.
You checked all the red caves. I think Pyramid Fairy had a heart.
Yeah, still, that's a lot of hearts compared to
Catfish had a heart too. There's a heart piece in here. There's one in Hookshot Cave.
Yeah, so Smirk gets to hang out in his one required dark room with the lamp.
Yeah, so this is going to be now a choice of, it looks like Smith Chain or Dark Death Mountain, and I think Dark Death Mountain makes the most sense here. Just you want to know your information, find out if you're in go mode, and then check the 6 checks that you can get.
Yep, that's the play.
Or medallion go mode, rather. Smirk realizing he has 16 hearts and full complement, 17 hearts, Sank heart even. Decides not to take the safety door, is just going to go and, do laser skip the old-fashioned
You
way.
gotta have magic in the cave, just go grab them. Wow, of course, as Laser Bridge often does, the one you need is always the last one you check. Doesn't matter which one.
Yeah, right. That did happen. He did bottom, then went top down. It was on the 3rd chest. It's always the last one. I think that's by design, right? Not actually, but
yeah, it does really feel that way. You're like, oh no. It likes to play with your emotions. You're like, oh, no, we're skipping that heart. Don't need it. We got plenty.
Yeah, look at it. What they have left here. Smirk will save a bit of time in Ice Palace, but there's a chance, depending on how these runners execute the rest of the seed, that we could find ourselves in a GT routing scenario of who finds the big key first.
Smirk, please.
Oh, Daken, Hookshot Cave.
We're just checking.
Yeah. You're gonna do it anyway.
Good, quick kill.
Save the screen transition.
So if you hook shot the rock, you actually save time, even with the transition. To check. You hook shot out a Super Bunny and then hook shot on the way back, which is the only reason you wouldn't grab it.
So now let's see if Daken does TR here instead. Nope. Yeah, see, this is where you should have gone to Skullwoods first. But
just mirrored in Dunskull. Smirk gonna go do ice.
Yeah, not setting up the when you flute to 8 here. When you get up to the island, you should flute again to reset the spooky value so that the fire rod shot splash damage hits closer to the actual fire rod. It makes the cold stare fight easier for them to not go insanely out of control and fly all around the room, depending on how the fight goes. But with Butter Sword, it doesn't.
With Butter Sword, it doesn't matter. That's the yeah. Let's see, don't check this. Oh yeah, saving time. Yeah, every single thing the Smirk doesn't check here is time just saved over Daken, because Daken still has to full clear TR because of the location of the keys. Smirk's just gonna save. Smirk gonna try his icebreaker. With the select buffers. Look at that.
Yeah, that's one way to buffer it.
That's just one you don't see as often anymore.
Yeah.
He's full on go mode. We got nothing we need.
Yep. Just need to get to the boss and 2 keys, sure. Probably looking for that 18th art.
I gotta have it. All right, yeah. Saving a lot of time just not having to go over to iced tea at all.
Yeah, definitely. I think there was even an item in iced tea too. So.
Yeah, that saves a decent chance. It's actually the majority of the time save in ice when you don't. When you're not go moding it.
Yeah, I think they, if I remember right, they did have the setup where they had an extra key, so they could have done the bomb jump version if they know that. Don't know if that's faster. I think it's faster, but I don't know.
No, we got a puff party.
Puff party. Nice combination of fire rod shots and gold sword slashes, which do the same amount of damage.
I'd say when you have red mail and 18 hearts, 17 hearts, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's fine. So that sword advantage is actually, probably giving Smirk a small lead over the course of the run since he got it.
Well, yeah,
Really enough for it to matter, I think.
Yeah, well, we're gonna be ahead in going into GT as well, I think, on Smirk's side, and so the Ganon fight itself. I mean, if you don't know the quick one-on-ones with the tempered sword, then you're just gonna save some time.
That's very true. Yeah. But yeah, very comfortable end game seed here with 17 hearts, red mail,
silver arrows,
silvers, gold sword,
butter sword.
I don't know. What else could you want? Powder.
I don't know. Three more bottles. 3 more hearts, of course. All his bottles have blue potions in them too. All 3 of them.
Yeah.
If Smirk dies, you should probably feel pretty bad about it.
Yeah, I think he'll be fine here. This is the finals after all. Yeah, these runners didn't get here by dying with 17 hearts. Apologies to any runner who died with 17 hearts.
I have done it before, but it's because I'm playing like an idiot.
Yeah, everyone definitely has. It's not one of those things that just because you have a lot of health doesn't mean it's a free game anymore. So, big shout outs to these runners though for playing in this tournament.
Yeah,
on this match for us.
We probably should give a little shout out to our runners. Follow our runners. They do some running of this game. And also, follow our commentary team. And of course, the Go Mode Podcast. Go Mode Podcast has a lot of really good resources about the Link to the Past game itself and the Rando community and just the game in general. Good resources, good people. There's a bi-weekly podcast. You've got the Discord, which everyone should join. You've got weekly or a bi-weekly async seed that everyone can run, and there's a little leaderboard and have people discuss in the Discord afterwards. It's a great community.
Yeah, this is a super cool tournament. Like every year. Oh, that's our 7th crystal from Smirk.
Yep. But what's in the big chest?
Is there a bot game here? I forget which channels do that and which don't.
No, I think the bot's been broken all over the entire time. But there is a game we do like to play. We can just, we'll manually decide who wins.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
So, Ganon's Tower, there's 22 chests in Ganon's Tower. The big key is in one of them. Which is put our numbers in chat, figure out where we've got our big key. Where do you think it is today?
I always say 1 because I like to see a nice clean climb.
Well, you know, 1 is kind of dangerous because you might just forget to grab a small key. And then you might get to see two nice clean climbs, right? I'm partial to 7. Let me go with 7. I don't know where it's going to be. I don't know what route first going to take. Looks like we're going to go up Super Bunny Cave. There's a few more screen transitions going up Super Bunny to get to GT, so it's a little bit slower, but you can't get dead rocked in the Dark World, so pick your poison.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those things that people talk about. If you're in a tournament, do the thing that you're most comfortable with. You don't need oh, this strat's faster. Well, it's only faster if you can execute it. So if you have something you're comfortable with that might lose you a couple seconds, then just do that if it's 100% consistent.
Yeah, I mean, to that point, I mean they're top level runners that do bomb dimer down even with Kane of Samaria. They're just pretty quick at it, consistent.
Yeah,
whatever.
There's top runners who don't even do diver down still.
Yeah.
Because again, it's about consistency in a tournament match. All right, here we go. Entering GT. Daken pretty close behind, about a minute and a half probably. I'd say just has to take out Moth, and we'll be right on Smirk's tail here.
All right, hopefully we got a small key. It's 2 checks. So we're gonna go Hope Room in the left side, it looks like, on Smirk's side, even with the small key. Depending on where the big key is, Daken may be able to get up there and go straight right side and find his key on compass.
Oh yeah.
And I think we're still within that timer.
Yeah,
it's getting
definitely
close.
If it's not on left side anywhere, then he could make up all that time. Is that 4, 5, 6,
and 7. Smirk not going to deal with Stealthos today.
Yeah, again, consistency. If you just do that every time and you're happy with it, you don't have to worry about slashing or any of the troll that happens in that ring.
Moth for both runners today has been...
Yeah, a lot of spikes and annoying patterns. 8 was 50 more bucks. And Daken with his 7th crystal now will be, just has to mirror fluid up the mountain and head up towards GT.
Yeah, I mean, if Daken goes right side, I think it really, and the key's over there, it's going to be pretty even.
Yeah, definitely. Is that 9? I think?
Yeah, 9. Rando room is up to 13. All right. 13.
Okay, no key so far. Daken getting through that dead rock area nicely, not getting too trolled.
Also going to take Super Bunny.
Yeah, totally reasonable. Ooh, Smirk bonking into the portal on accident. That's fine. So it's like 10 seconds here and there.
All right, this isn't on Ice Armos, but Daken has to go right side or he's pretty far behind.
Yeah, pretty much. If it's down here, then Smirk has a pretty commanding lead. Is that 14?
Yeah.
Yeah, and if it's right side and Daken goes full right, he'll make up a fair bit of time here.
Honestly, might actually be ahead. Well, maybe not. Not quite. It'll definitely make a race out of it.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, nope. It's
Nope.
an ice Ormos.
Ow. Okay, well. It's a pretty buried key. What was that, 17?
Yeah, 17.
Yep,
We had somebody
17.
guess 17. Booth Simon. Actually, right on the money.
Well, it's either Booth is man or Boo this man. So
Oh, Booth. Oh. Booth is man or Booth?
I'll leave that up to you to decide.
It's probably
Congratulations for picking 17.
Yeah, you win. Yeah, we're going full right. Or right into the left. So not going to pick up much time or any time. Hardly.
Yeah.
At this point, I think it might be a pretty significant. We take a pretty significant error from Smirk on the gain and fight, fully decked out, or death in the gauntlet with 17 hearts and.
Ooh, nice first gauntlet room there.
Yep. Doesn't like Stealthos though.
Oh yeah, nailed that third one as well. Pretty clean climb right now so far from Smirk.
Yeah, no, it's pretty good. I hate that room. I hate it. No, he's good. Let's
going for silvers on Landmo, and misses the first one, gets the second one. And Daken just making his way down, getting close to Rando room here, or Fire Snake room, and then Rando room.
yeah, we're gonna get to realizing after taking a damage from the Fire Snake that I have a bunch of hearts.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Smirk doing a good job with the two most satisfying rooms in the game.
They very much are. I don't know, man. I think Wizroad's 1, maybe number 2, or number 3. Wizroad's 2, number 2. I kind of like Meyer 2. When you do it right, it feels better.
Any room where you're killing Wizrobes apparently is a good room.
Yeah.
And 2 keys, so Smirk does not have to kill the mini Helma for a key. Just goes
Gets
straight
to live
back.
today. All right, we're gonna powder because habit, I guess.
Yeah. Likes having 17 hearts for Ganon. 17 and 3/4.
Molder just dodging the sword slices. That's funny.
Daken with a nice move there to wait for Bob to bonk the pot twice before picking it up. Allows him to escape on the third bounce. Can save a bit of time if you choose not to powder him. Otherwise, he just gets stuck in there and you can just YOLO into it.
Yeah, so we're gonna... Looks like we are going to have an Aga 2 fight here on...
Ooh, gets the key at 16, so saves time opening that third chest.
Yeah. Open from the right order.
Getting trolled by Aghanim here.
Of course, every time. Oh, Aga's down.
Just need to drop into Ganon and how many? 12 hits? What is it? Not even 12.
664, 664, and 4 arrows.
There we go. Some numbers.
So it's 16 slashes and Smirk chasing the. Oh,
Back
man.
in the refill room here. I don't think he grabbed all the extra potions that Smirk has. So.
He did not. The cicada chat text, which was very relevant this year.
So was it a cicada year or 7 year or whatever?
A 17 on the East Coast. Oh yeah, they were bad this year, man. Cicadas.
Oh wow.
My dogs loved it.
Is it 17 years?
17.
Oh okay. And isn't there some like double number if there's 2 different sets of cicadas that?
I don't know. They called this one Brood X. I know they're all
okay.
prime numbers, so they never overlap. Like that's their breeding years. Like they have a prime number of, you know, some of them are 3 years and. All right, so Smirk in the final phase of the Ganon fight here.
Yeah, and
getting the fire rod torch glitch. Just needs to slash this pig a couple times. Get some arrows.
Yeah, you don't really need the torch glitch with silvers, and a lot of times it's better not to because you can set up triples. But it's fine either way.
All right, get your GGs in chat for Smirk. As long as we don't fall off the bridge. Okay, we finished with an official race time GG of 1:39.08.
GG's. Ooh, Daken missing the setup here with Wizrobes 2. Super annoying, then they get a little bit off sync with spawning.
Yeah.
But cleans them up nicely, heading into the next room.
All right, so we are joined here by Smirk. I'm going to pull him on in. GG, Smirk.
Hey, GG's to Daken as well. Thank you.
So on the restream right now, Daken's currently torches 2.
Okay, all right, yeah, really close race then. I made some gambles, I think that saved me some time, like not doing Helmasaur, which was a risky gamble, but I knew that it was risky, but I had to go for it.
So
yeah, it definitely worked out.
Yeah, we were really worried for you. You kind of got bailed out by Ether TR and Ether TR and Fire Rod on the mountain, right? Because because Bombos was on Helmasaur, right? So it could have been your Ice Palace access for Fire Rod.
Exactly, yeah. So when I found that Fire Rod on Dark Death Mountain, I was like, oh my gosh, thank goodness. Because I was really starting to get worried. I was debating, like, okay, either I dip into TR here with no Fire Rod, and I don't remember the key layout or not, but that could have been a bait all the way back to the back, so that could have really stunk. Or I go and, like, I was looking at Hair Basement and Spike Cave before going back to Pi. So definitely would have been a lot closer if something like that had happened.
Yeah, what did you think of the opening part of the seed there? Finding your sword and flippers where they were.
Yeah. So I was worried. I definitely thought it was going to be an Aga seed, and so then I was like, okay, the quickest thing I want to do is go get, like, do some sequence breaking to see if there's a way around Aga. But then, like, I knew that the lamp had to be somewhere. Well, I didn't know, but I assumed that the lamp had to be somewhere early. So I thought it was in desert, and that's why I went there early. But then it was boots locked. So I was right that lamp was in desert or fire. But yeah, I ended up only getting that super late. so that felt weird. And then I was like, okay, I don't want to go to Zora without money, so I was doing everything to find all the money I could get, and then I get to Hobo and Waterfall. It's like,
Yeah, we did kind of laugh at Hobo having 300 rupees for you after Yoo-Hoo Land.
Yeah.
And you kind of, you got bailed a little bit by your extra mountain climb, or your first mountain climb too, because when you went and checked Dark Cross and got the extra sword, we were a little worried. Like we were like, oh man, if something's on Ether Tablet, that's not good for Smirk. But no, you got the sword right before you went up there.
Right, yeah. And I have a tendency to, if I go to the mountain by Ether Tablet, I have the book and a fighter sword. I have a tendency to not check it, like to think that, oh, well, I can't even see what's on it. So that
That could have been bad.
Yeah. I don't even, what was on it again? It was flippers, right?
Flippers.
Yeah, exactly. So that could have been rough. So I'm glad I got that sword first.
Yeah, so we're also joined by Daken here.
Hello there.
I was gonna say we see him fighting Ganon right now, but
I'm multitasking.
GG, man.
GG, yeah, no. It sounds like we made a lot of the same decisions, especially I jumped in right when you're talking about going to desert, and more or less the same reasons I went there, boots locked. And then you all may have noticed right before pod, I screwed up and mirrored before I unlocked pod with the monkey. And I'm like, wait a second, there's something in desert. Is it fire rod or lamp most likely? Let me go see which one it is. Because I likely saved time with my dark pod execution.
Yeah, I actually think we kind of sussed it out. It actually had to be lamp. It could not have been anything else, since your mountain access was lamp locked because Flute was on in Dark World and Flippers were on mountain and Moon Pearl was in Waterfall, right? So it had to be lamp.
Okay.
Yeah,
and the
that
Flute
makes
was on
sense, yeah.
Hylia.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I didn't quite get to there. I was on the same page as Daken. I was like, it's either lamp or fire rod in here in desert, but I don't know which.
And I was hoping so hard something was locked behind Bombos and that he skipped Helma King. He did skip Helma King, but
Yeah.
because we were chatting about that before joining here.
Yeah, you also made the early ped check, which, could have had something been on ped, also really could have helped you out.
Yeah, it's just so hard not to do that with book right at the beginning. I usually won't go out of my way for it, but with book right there, it's just like, okay, I just have to check.
Yeah, that was me
Get
just
I
getting.
want to say get your GGs in chat for Daken finishing up here with an official racetime.gg time of 1:45:05.
Yes.
Yep. But no, yeah, it sounds like we made a lot of similar decisions, but a lot of little things here and there added up.
Yeah, so this being a best of 3 here in the finals of this Fighter Sword bracket, you guys have any different plans going into Game 2, given the results of Game 1, or don't want to tell anybody because
That's the part of the strategy.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to going back through this and seeing what decisions we made the same, which decisions we made differently. Honestly, at this point, I'm a little afraid to change up too much because muscle memory may end up getting in the way.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel very similarly to Daken. Like, I definitely want to rewatch the VODs, it's nice that we have a restream so we can watch and hear what you guys had to say about it. That way, I can make some informed improvements, hopefully. But yeah, as far as it goes, just from what we talked about now, I want to be careful with some of these gambles. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things that people were talking about in chat and we were discussing on stream was both of you found the flute the same way where it was, and then after getting your Moon Pearl and boots, the different routes into the Dark World. I think Smirk didn't have the hammer yet at that point. Got that kind of late, and we were kind of thinking about what's a clean route through here. Maybe Hype Cave, pick up the flute, and then go activate it and do all your Village of Outcast stuff or something like that. But we saw both runners do different things, so it was interesting to see if you want to review that, kind of figure out what route works for you and stuff.
Yeah, there was a lot of discussion both in chat and us, and you guys did something different in both cases.
Yeah,
from
and
what we were all talking.
Yeah, sorry, I am curious to hear like what your thoughts were when you saw that flute.
Yeah, so for some reason when I had the hammer, or maybe I got the hammer because the hammer was in Saw, so I don't remember exactly.
Yep.
As soon as I had Dark World access, I think to Hive Cave, and the plan was Hive Cave to get the flute after. But then I was like, well, I have the mirror. Let me just do these like South Dark World checks anyway, and then I'll go back. For some reason in my mind, I was like, oh, it'll be faster to run back. And jump in the water and get the flute. Then I was like, wait, no, it's probably still faster to save and quit. So I ended up saving and quitting anyway. I don't think I necessarily lost time, but like, yeah, going into like Village of Outcast area and then looping in the South Dark World afterwards would have probably saved some time there. But I just know that wasn't. Like, whenever I have that kind of setup, unless I get something really fantastic in that area, I don't usually rush Village of Outcast. I like to do the North Dark World so I don't leave it behind.
Yeah, and kind of where I was going there is like as soon as I had the Dark World access, like, okay, I know where Flute is, but I'm going to end up doing the whole like nice Dark World loop there anyways, most likely. So I'm like, I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And part of my hope was honestly is that I would get the items to be able to do something like Swamp or Ice Palace when I'm there and include that in the loop. And of course, going in Dark World, I wasn't worried about losing too much time to not having the flute. So that's kind of what I was thinking there. And it ended up not really panning out the way that I hoped. But I don't think it cost me too much time, I hope.
Yeah, it didn't seem to be too bad in the way you ended up doing it. I think the major thing was like having the flute when you're in Village of Outcasts so that you could activate it. When you're done, you can sort of choose which way you're going next, and then when you're done with all the loop stuff that you're doing, go end up at pod or something.
Yeah, I think that might be the only thing we may have. I say disagree, but the only thing that we kind of wondered about was why we save and quit right after grabbing it instead of just looping around and just walking over to pod, and then activating after you do your final save and quit. I think that was a little bit of a question. I don't know what's actually faster because you'd have to swim.
Yeah, it was definitely just an interesting way to see, how different runners do it. So.
Definitely an interesting situation.
Yeah, and I think honestly, we may be able to talk about what's the best in general, but a little bit different items completely changes what was the best decision there, regardless of what it was that it did.
Yeah, definitely agree.
But yeah, I was definitely just hoping I would be able to get into one of those two dungeons after going through the loop that I wouldn't have been able to get into otherwise. But I think what kept me away from pod there for a little bit too is I already cleared the front of Eastern. And then pod, of course, was a pendant. So I'm like, okay, I want to hold off on that. So that would have actually been the right decision there. But that's in hindsight.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so you went into Eastern without the bow early?
Yeah, I did. When I did Saha's Closet, I went ahead and did the front of Eastern.
Ah, okay.
Oh, yeah. So
I think I saved some time there because I didn't even go into Eastern until I got the bow.
Yeah, that saves a few minutes right there.
But that's another gamble too.
Yeah.
You saved and lost time at the same time because then Daken had the hammer the first time up Death Mountain, and you went back for that later, Smirk.
Ah, okay.
Yep.
Good point.
So I'd say it ends up more or less being a wash. And
probably.
Like I said, there was a silly mistake going into pod where I accidentally hit mirror before the monkey did its thing.
I was commenting on having never seen that text before.
It's sadly not the first time I have. I was so focused on going into Eastern that I forgot to take that extra step. But then it's like, you know what? If I'm going to have to go back and get the monkey, I know there's something in desert. Let's just go get that because my dark pod is slow enough that it actually, I think, honestly, for me personally, was about the same.
Yeah, I feel the same way. My dark pod isn't the best. Actually, like my dark mire is like terrible, and dark TR is very inconsistent. So that's why I really wanted, like, at least with the fire rod, it makes it a little better. But That's why I really wanted to get whatever that fire source in desert was, um, before risking Meyer and TR especially, or Helmasaur, because that was the hard part for me. Like, I honestly, like, after I found the lamp, I really did consider just going right back to pod and doing Helma with the lamp in hand, but decided to stick to the gamble after all, and this time it paid off, but that's definitely not always the case. So I did want to ask Homemade Beer and Vex, Homemade Beer being my mentor twice, and Vex being a gold bracket player, what suggestions you guys had for us after what you saw today.
And I will second that.
Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, from what we were watching, I think the major thing that was kind of hard to figure out was how to route, the early Dark World. I think we were talking about, go Hype Cave, get your flute, and then just go activate it while you do Village of Outcast checks. Because one of the things that it ends up pushing you towards is, do you do North Dark World or South Dark World after Village of Outcast there? And what happened, the way that you did it, Smirk, kind of isolated Bombos, which you got later anyway, because when you went into Swamp, you could grab it. So that was no big deal. But it also could have pushed you there faster and then gotten to do Bombos. And then knowing, like, if you're paying enough attention to the logic, you know that there's a lamp in Desert. So it's like, do Bombos, or do Swamp, then Bombos, then Desert, get your lamp, and then figure out what to do next. But then otherwise, I think it was a good play to go up the mountain. The only other thing was looking at going out of your way to do Pyramid and Catfish there before Pod and Eastern was kind of like the wrong order, if you will.
Okay.
Yeah. And then,
And I definitely, like I said, I went to Pyramid because I was holding off on Pod, so made a similar play there. And yeah, it took me until I was in Eastern the second time to realize that, logically there's something in Desert. I didn't realize it was the lamp at the time, but
the one thing I did notice on Daken's side, I guess, so you mirrored after Pod with the monkey, right? You finished Eastern, and then you were like, all right, well, I'm gonna go to Desert, and you fluted to Desert, and we liked that. You probably could have just run up to your mirror portal. It might have been faster to go grab Kiki and open the door, because your portal would have still been at the front of Eastern.
That does make sense. I don't know if it was a ton faster, but I think it was definitely faster.
Yeah, and we really like the play for you to go back to Desert, even though at the time it was for a one-off, but knowing that it was a fire source could have been super important. Like, it could have been hard locking the fire rod somewhere, for example, But knowing that, like you said, you knew there was a fire source there, going back to grab it was definitely a good play in that situation. Even though it ended up not technically being required, but still a good choice, I think.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that the moment I realized it, I'm like, okay, I'll go back. Because I remember it's like, it's boots locked. I'll go back maybe when I have the boots of him in that area anyways. And then I finally realized that was what I should be doing.
I can't remember now. Did you end up doing Front of Escape at all, Daken?
I did do Front of Escape, yes.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it turned out, so the way that you did it, we were wondering, so you hard isolated Darkcross. Yeah,
and honestly, I was trying to make a decision when I was going down. It's like, if there's an item there, do I just gamble and leave it or move on? It looks like, from what you all were talking about earlier, Gold Sword was there, or A Sword was there.
Yeah, I just realized that you have Tempered there on your game, so.
Yeah, and you got another mail that I didn't get either. I had Blue Mail and Tempered, which likely cost me a Pyramid Fairy. Okay.
Yep.
So the different sword likely cost me a little bit of time, but not enough to make me really sad.
Yeah, well, no, for real, a really good game. Have you guys planned your game 2?
We haven't. We're gonna probably plan that here soon, probably in the race room after the interview or something, if that's okay with you, Daken.
Sounds good.
All right, well, hopefully we can manage to get a restream of that one as well.
And regarding that, thank you so much, Vex, for jumping on the gun on this. I'm not sure if that's the right saying, but you know what I mean. Thank you for doing it. That's really, really nice of you. It's really sweet, and I really appreciate that. And thank you both for volunteering to comms. Thanks to the trackers as well. Was that So Last Summer tracking?
Indeed, it
Yep.
was.
Nice. Thank you, solastsummer. And yeah, and another GG's to Daken. It's a pleasure to get to race with you in the finals. It's really exciting. So I'm just thankful for everything. So thank you guys.
And I'll echo Smirk here. I won't repeat everything, but thank you all so much for putting this together last moment. And to Smirk, good race. Hopefully we can go at least another 2.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Definitely
Yeah, it
more
would be
happy.
great. It was a very good race. That was very tight for like the longest time. It was really interesting from both sides, like a good amount of divergence, and it's really great to see both you guys make it to the finals and put on a great show for us all.
Thank you. And Vex, you didn't roll us too bad on the seed.
Yeah, it wasn't crazy. It wasn't crazy.
It was interesting. We'll go with that.
Interesting's a good word.
Nice mushroom to ether.
Yeah. Mushroom to ether. All right. Well, with that, I think we are done here. Hopefully, all of the bracket finals are happening in the Mentor tournament this coming week. I think the hope is that we can get the majority of those, if not all of those, restreamed. I think our finalists deserve that. So GG's to both of our runners.
Thank you.
Thank you, GG, again, and thanks again to you all for putting this together so last moment.
100%.